over. Are you here to help me? I bought a dress form from Amazon. Yeah. So I figured I'd do a little unboxing of it because it was super inexpensive. It's not actually meant for sewing, pattern making, what have you. It's actually just a display dress form. But the way it was advertised, you can kind of do the same stuff if you're careful or a little creative. But anyway, the whole reason I actually bought it was because it was inexpensive and because it was my size, around my size. It was relatively close to my size. And if you've ever looked for a regular sewing dress form, you know how hard it is to find them for inexpensive and in your size. And I found a lot of the ones that are adjustable, plus size to regular sizes, they're like, it's very awkward looking, and I wanted something that looked like this. On the actual listing, it's listed as a size 12 to 14 large, and it says in the smaller description, it says bust 39, waist 31, hips 41. But when I actually took measurements, it was more like 41, 33, 41. It's kind of even on the bust and the hips. My hips are a little bit bigger, but I feel like anything I'm going to be sewing, I can just make that adjustment later since it doesn't really have the bottom of the hips, like it kind of stops at the top of the butt. I think I spent around $90 total. It's listed as $75, but with shipping and everything, because it's a pretty big box, it came out to almost $100, or it might have actually been $100, I'm not sure. There was no instructions on how to put it together or anything. I just kind of guessed, looked at the picture, tried to do as best as I could to put it together. I have a feeling at some point I will end up painting it, maybe making her a new bodice, painting the stand, because I'm not a fan of that weird warm wood color. And I want to make her a head. I want her to have different detachable heads. I have a wig head that I named Patricia, and I put her on top, and it's the goofiest freaking thing I've ever seen. So I want to make a head for this bodice and give her a good name, you know, like the Kraken or something. It's great. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but anyway. So it feels like it's actually made out of like some kind of fiberglass material, and then it's got a foam layer and a fabric layer on top. So if you plan on sewing anything on this or pinning anything to it, you have to pin sideways, which is something that they said in their description. But it also looks like it could be easy, like if it gets damaged, it could be easy to just remake a whole new piece for it, if that makes sense. Again, not too complicated to put together. This was kind of hard to show on the camera, but you just take apart what little pieces there are, stick them in the slots, and it kind of all makes sense. You just screw it back together. It's not too difficult. It is weird that there's 2 holes on the bottom of the actual bodice itself. I honestly don't know what the 2 holes are for. I put the one in the middle because that makes the most sense to me. And then, you know, I was also having some kind of weird existential crisis because I think I have like slight body dysmorphia. And so when I was like standing next to this bodice, I was like, is this how tall I am? People can see the top of my shoulders when they're standing next to me? This is strange. I was just having a hard time. It was very weird. Very weird to like see myself, if that makes sense. Like that's what I look like from a distance. I don't know, it was blowing my mind. I'm assuming you can put like a wood thing in there to match the wood or stick. I'm not sure. Does it fit? I don't know. It does fit. I got it. If it ever gets like destroyed, you see, I can just take this thing off and remake a new cover for her. I'll have to find the foam, but you know what I'm saying? It'll be cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video unboxing Simple Thing. I will have her listed in the description down below, and yeah. So hopefully this will help out a lot with some of the projects that I've been doing. Maybe I'll get more done. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye!